Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Strange Radios. My name is Jeremy. So a long time ago, Ben, Brain Smasher, introduced me to, Marty Worm's channel. And Marty Worm runs Bindrune and Nordvis Records. And he did a video explaining that he had updated the website recently at the time. And so I went and I looked it up and checked it out, thought it was cool. But living in rural Canada, it's shitty to get things shipped here. It costs way too much. So I don't do online buying unless I can get really good deals. Because with the shipping and the conversion of the Canadian dollar from elsewhere, like it's bad. So I checked out the website, and then months have gone past now. And but 2 weeks ago, I guess, just decided I'm going to check out Bindrune recordings again. And I went on there, and Marty's got a sale going on, and there was a bunch of CDs for $3 American. So basically, adding shipping and converting all the money to Canadian dollars, how much would I be paying per CD? And with the amount I bought, it's about $6.80 Canadian per CD. That's a deal I can get behind. I can go ahead and do this. So what I did was I spent the better part of 5 or 6 hours going through all the albums he had listed for $3 and listening to them on YouTube and stuff. And I took notes here of the ones that I liked. And so I ended up buying quite a few. And there weren't bands that I was familiar with either. I think only 1 or 2 I'd heard before. But they were mostly bands that either interested me just because they sounded good, or they were part of genres that I was just unfamiliar with, which always interests me too. So I'm hoping we've got some weird and wonderful things in here, but let's get right down to it. What is the best way to do this? This will go across. Then down. And down. No hesitation marks here. Ow. Fuck. Okay. Okay. 8 CDs. Empty box. Okay. Alright. So first off, there's no way you're going to be able to see that artwork. This is a split between the bands Officium and Ophis, Officium Triste and Ophis. Oh my god. This is called Immersed, and it's very underwater themed cover there. It's pitch black, I'm sure. So these are a couple of doom death metal bands. That's all I really know. Like I said, I looked these up. I listened to them on YouTube about 2 weeks ago, and honestly I haven't gone back to them since, because I want to listen to these CDs with kind of a fresh perspective. But I did write down what stuff I was interested in. So yeah, these are death doom bands would be my best description of them. Each have 2 songs on here. What I heard on YouTube I liked. This is Obscene Eulogy with defining hate, the truth undead. This is a band, I think, from Eastern Canada, if I remember correctly. And one of the main band member in here is actually in a band that I already know called Coffin Birth. And for this particular album, he's got other musicians with him. I think he has a Finnish vocalist because the songs are in Finnish, or at least the titles are. I think that's the case. Melodic black metal is what this is, and I forget the guy's name. But like I said, he's in Coffin Birth, he's in this Obscene Eulogy, and he's in another band that I don't recall, but they all have a very similar feel to them. Next up is, I can never pronounce this one, Nefenzi Chaos Order with Pure Black Disease, NCO as they're known. This is, I believe, their only album they ever made. Go ahead and throw this back in here. I think, if I remember correctly, this is the only album NCO ever put out. And they're black and death metal, and from what I heard on YouTube, this is amazing. Okay, yeah, band name is Maledicere. M-A-L-E-D-I-C-E-R-E. And this is, according to my notes, satanic black metal, which is probably going to be pretty dope. Next up, this is where we start getting into genres that perhaps I'm not as familiar with. This is a band called The Red King with Vitriolum. Funeral Goth, it's been called, and it's also been called neoclassical. And I was listening to a bit of it last night, and it's kind of, yeah, it is sort of that. It is gothic sort of sounds, pretty, like, very ambient in nature. Also, one that a genre I'm not familiar with. This is a band called Wolf Mangler with an album called They Call Us Naughty Wolves. There's the album Doom Drone, maybe more. I saw it described online as ghoul folk, which is a genre I'd never heard before or heard of before. I don't even think it's a real genre, but I love that description. Ghoul folk. Because that's what this is. It's droney, it's atmospheric, it's got folk elements to it, like lone cellos, very sad sounding lone violin, but with a very obvious metal overtone to the whole thing. And these last two here, I bought, well, for two different reasons. This first one is a split between Vociferian, and Goat Holocaust. And the reason I bought it is because of the name Goat Holocaust. I literally didn't listen to this online at all. I just love that band name. It seems so ridiculous. I'm assuming these are black metal bands. And the other one I got, this is a three-way split between the bands Eidvarp, Dead to Earth, and Volkenblut. I actually own Volkenblut's debut, which I should have grabbed before doing this video, but I didn't. So that's the reason I bought this, because I want to hear more. I want to hear where Volkenblut goes from their debut. And this came out, I think, directly after that, I do believe. So that's what I got from Bindrune. Yeah, basically just exploration here. Nothing I'm really that familiar with, but a lot of things that I just like to sink my teeth into. And the price on the website was right for me to be able to do that. So shout out to Bindrune, and thanks for watching this video. This has been Strange Radios. Stranger, adios.